Morning. I'm going to show you fast how to make Himalayan cheese dog cheese. It's really simple. You're going to need half a cup of fresh lime juice. Or if you have lemon at home, that works the same. But we're going to follow the recipe. A teaspoon of sea salt. And a gallon of skim milk slowly brought to a boil, stirring frequently because it scorches easy. Okay, and a very good strainer. I'm going to use like a cooking strainer on top of a strainer. And cheesecloth. If you don't have cheesecloth, you can compromise. Like I'm compromising with, I bought a shirt it's to use because I couldn't find cheesecloth. It was sold out. Just some old crazy looking shirt. Looks like it'll work. We'll see. When it's all said and done, after your milk boils, remove it from the heat. Leave the burner on. Then you're going to put your salt, stir it good. Then you're going to add your lime juice, stir it once or twice. Let it sit for 15-20 minutes to see if you get any curds. You want some good curds. If you're not, after 5-10 minutes, put it back on the burner and get it warm again. Really good and hot again. And then take it off and leave it for about 20 minutes. Okay? Then you're going to strain it with your cheesecloth. You want to get all the liquid you can out. So squeeze the cheesecloth real good. Use whatever you can to get all the juice out you can. Okay? Then we're going to put a cutting board down on a pan. You're going to put your cheese in the cheesecloth on here. Then you're going to put another cutting board on top. And you're going to put anything you can find that's real heavy. You want it heavy. And you're going to let it sit for 6 hours, draining all the juice, all the liquid out. After that, you will put it in your oven for 150 for 40 minutes, or as low as your oven will go. Or you can put it in the dehydrator. Oh, sorry, before you do all that, after you get your cheese, take it out of the cheesecloth, you want to trim the edges. You don't want any sharp edges. And then you slice it in slices appropriate for the size of your dog. I have a huge German Shepherd, so I'm going to make mine really big. If you have a little dog, make them small. And then you cook them or dehydrate them. And you have Himalayan dog cheese. Now, I tried some the other day with whole milk. This is what I ended up with. They're hard as rocks. She loves them. They don't look pretty, but they worked. So I'm trying skim milk today, by the way. You need a gallon of skim milk. I used about 6 limes, fresh squeezed, and 1 teaspoon of sea salt. Don't forget your cheesecloth or something that'll work as cheesecloth. If you don't have cheesecloth, pantyhose will work perfectly. But you have to get the liquid out. All right, we'll be back when this comes to a full boil. Also, if you want to dehydrate it, you're going to have to do it for 12 to 16 hours. So it's going to take a long time, but I believe that is the recommended way. And that's how I did the other ones. So remember, you need 1 gallon skim milk, approximately 6 fresh limes, teaspoon of sea salt, and strainers and cheesecloth or pantyhose, something that'll work as cheesecloth. Squeeze all the juice out really well. You're going to trim it after it dries for 6 hours. Before you cook it, trim it and slice it. Then cook it 150, 40 minutes in the oven, or dehydrate it 12 to 16 hours. And if that's not enough time, you can do it longer. Just pull them out, and if they're really hard as a rock, then bam, they're done. And they should have like a yellow color to them. But I added a cap full of Worcestershire sauce to the milk just to give it a little beefy flavor. I don't recommend it because I don't know if it's going to work. Here's your ingredients list. Alrighty, I'm going to add my salt. Give it a good stir. Leave your burner on, don't forget. Alright, now the fun part. Lime juice. Excuse my kitchen, it's a mess. I've been baking all day. Get all that lime juice in there. Oh, I didn't even pay attention if that was half a cup. Give it a good stir. Good stir. See it already curdling up? That's what you want. You can see the whey now and the cheese. See the whey, the liquid curds in there. Okay, now I'm gonna let this sit for a little while so the curds are big instead of little broken up ones. If you stir too much, you're gonna have little bitty broken curds. You don't want that. So just be patient. Let it sit 10-15 minutes. If you're not seeing your whey separate like this, see how it's looking like water now, not milk, and I got these big curds, that's what you want. If you're not getting that, put it back on the heat for 5 minutes or so. Just get it real good and hot again. Alrighty, let that sit, be back. Okay, and now I've drained it, and look at all that cheese. This is technically cheese. You can eat it if you want. Okay, you can taste it if you'd like. Now we're gonna squeeze the water out. So, sorry, just get your spoon, spatula, whatever. Squeeze it. You're not gonna hurt it. Squeeze it. Do this for a little bit. Get it all good now, and then we'll put it in our cheesecloth or pantyhose, whatever you got, that'll work. And we're gonna put it in there and twist it like crazy and get all the water out. But right now it's a little hot, so let it cool a little so you don't burn yourself. Okay. All right, now my cheese is in my thing. I'm just gonna, pick this up like this. I'm gonna twist it around and get the rest of the juice out. So go ahead and get to it. Okay, all the juice is squeezed out. Now I'm just gonna try to shape it a little. It's not gonna be easy because now it's like a sponge. Okay, now we're gonna fold it up good. All right, and to the cookie sheets. Okay, now we got that. My husband and his drinks. Okay, now put your board on top. Okay, now put anything heavy. Like I said, I'm gonna put an iron Dutch oven. Anything you got, it doesn't matter. Bricks, whatever you can find. Let it sit 6 hours, and then you cook it. Remember, 150 at 40 minutes, or dehydrate 12 to 16 hours. I hope everything comes out good, and remember to trim the edges. Slice it before you cook it. Appropriate size for your little baby. Enjoy, everyone.